Welcome to another iteration of the Pickup Show, brought to you by your boy Dollar, aka Rich Taylor. Sorry about the slides. I got to go back to the beginning, but we're going to be skipping slides here for a second because Sam's got to go. But this is Popcorn Culture YouTube channel, Pickup Show, episode 14. Some San Diego Comic-Con 2022 updates. NERDBIRD could not make it, so we did a poor man's market report for books that dropped on Wednesday. Kyle's here also with me. He's going to hang out with me, and we're going to talk about one or two of them in detail. And of course, as always, brought to you by your boys at Sniff Comics. That is Sniff Comics. Use the code YouTube10. That's just like it sounds, YouTube and the number 10, all one word, and you get 10% off your next order. Make sure when you register with Sniff Comics and after your purchase, refer them to your friends, family, or what have you, because they're good people. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Let's chop it up in the comment section. All right. And by the way, this will contain spoilers. I'm only giving you 3 seconds, and I'm not saying this again. 2, 1, bitches. Pop culture news, but we're going to start with a little bit of manga madness. But first, we're gonna say hello to everybody. Hello, Clarice. Let's go with Kyle first. You guys
What's
all
up,
know
everybody?
Hello, Clarice. Hello, Clarice.
Fava beans.
It puts its lotion on the skin. I can't even do that one. And then your boy, our Japanimation resident expert, Sam, aka Triple D Dodgeball, aka Sam Esquire, aka Thresholds of Reality co-host.
If I die being known as the dodgeball guy, it will be a life well lived. Hey, everybody.
By the way, he's an attorney. And what states are you licensed in, by the way?
Arizona and California.
So if you need his work or his business or his assistance, hit him up.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and start with him and his segment. It is Manga Minute with Triple D Dodgeball, aka Sam Esquire. Go.
All right. First off, I want to note that this is Sakura Spider, and she's not my avatar. I do not use manga avatars.
I just made it up off the cuff. We'll get you a good logo.
All right. So this week there were 3 kind of big statement chapters. The first one is Dragon Ball Super Chapter 86. The battle with gas and the heaters is reaching a climax
today.
Yeah. So if you got a big old fart you want to let out, then you and Goku are in good company. Gas is kind of reaching his final form here on the cover. And we got a couple of really cool internal panels. Want to move to the next slide? On the right is kind of Goku reaching this kind of godlike chi presence that he can now exude, which is brand new to this chapter. He wasn't able to do that before. So he's got this new form. It's like this chi projection. And then I thought the panel on the left, this is a character called Granola who's been in the manga for the last probably 15 chapters or so. That's very reminiscent of an old manga panel from Dragon Ball Z where Goku uses a Kamehameha blast against Vegeta in Vegeta's first time on Earth. So it's definitely harkening back. Now, I love this next.
It's the coolest image ever.
Next panel is from One Punch Man, the latest chapter, 166. And what you're looking at is Jupiter after it has been sneezed upon by Saitama. And what I really love about this is that Jupiter, if anybody is like really into astronomy, Jupiter has a very thick gaseous layer, but then once you get past all the gases, underneath is metallic hydrogen. And that's what you're seeing there is the metallic hydrogen core of Jupiter. And it's just absolute amazing chapter this week. I'm not going to give too much away. I just want you to know that One Punch Man, if you're not reading One Punch Man, you're not buying One Punch Man, you're missing out because this is killer. For our magazine collectors, this is a red letter week for the magazine because One Piece just finished 1,053 chapters, and then this week it has the cover because it's back. After a 4-week break, it is now back, and if you're a collector, this is a good one to collect. It's going to be heading into its final arc, its final saga, I guess you could say, collection of arcs as we go to the next panel.
Wait, before I go, what's the title of this? If somebody wanted to find this magazine.
Oh, this magazine is called Weekly Shonen Jump.
Okay, cool.
As everybody who follows One Piece is familiar, Shanks is a primary character who is kind of like behind the scenes a lot. And Shanks appears in this week's chapter of One Piece. And he says, isn't it about time to go and claim it? The One Piece being the major prize at the end of the rainbow, I guess you could say.
So that's initiating the final arc then.
That's right. So now we are in the end game of One Piece. After 25 years of manga, we're headed into the end game. We've probably got 3 to 5 years left. And that's why I'm saying this is probably a good collector's issue because it's initiating that end game. Going into the final.
It's an endurance trial.
What's that?
So it's like soccer. It's an endurance trial. 3 to 5 years.
Soccer.
Yeah, it's been going for 25 years. So when I say 3 to 5 years, you're like, wow, that's coming up quick.
Right on. And are these the guts of the magazine?
This is the internal panels, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, aka the guts. All right, cool. And I have a question for myself. So I've been looking for manga stuff. I mean, outside of manga Marvel, and I just keep finding like trade paperbacks and graphic novels. Is there a way to find the original publication besides, having to contact somebody in Japan?
Yeah, they do sell them on eBay, on other on other auction sites. I
wonder if you see a lot of them at like Bookman's and then like half price books or anything.
You wouldn't find a lot of them there, and the reason why is because Viz, the North American publisher, stopped publishing the weekly, they would collect them monthly. They stopped publishing the monthly magazines back in 2015. And
so they like traded them in.
Warining.
I'm interested because I think this is an untapped market, at least from an investor's point of view.
Well, so what I would do is start by finding out who's selling anything magazine-wise. Our boy Josh at International Comics, he started to pick up the weekly Shonen Jump editions, still in the plastic wrap. The anime and manga sections at half price are going to have the compiled manga volumes, which again, they don't have a really high resale value at this point.
It's a good reason to snatch them all up.
But if you want to look for those weekly Shonen Jump magazines still in their plastic wrap, those do seem to have some resale value if they have a kind of important chapter amongst the pages, and it will have probably 20 different series in that magazine. And so you're looking for, what would be a key chapter for one of the primary series in that magazine.
You know, I'm looking on OfferUp, and there's all kinds of manga stuff on OfferUp.
Really? I just downloaded it or upload whatever, put that app on my phone. I used to hit offer up and let go in Craigslist all the time looking for books or collections, but
That's
yeah,
like
I
a
gotta
drive
track
up resource now.
yeah, totally. And they
People
bought
are
Let
doing
Go,
it.
right? They bought Let Go. That's what I heard. So there's no more Let Go. There's just offer up and Craigslist. And I heard
Yeah.
Craigslist is going under. I heard offer up is buying Craigslist. So
Craigslist is kind of lost
So
too.
for example, you've got there's right now I'm looking at on eBay. There's a $36 Weekly Shonen Jump magazine from 2020 that has Demon Slayer on the cover. It's an important Demon Slayer edition. There's another one. That one, did I say that one's going for 36? There's another one, Weekly Shonen Jump Bleach 20th Anniversary one-shot story, going for about $48 on Toys One Japan.
It's still Shonen.
SHONEN.
Ooh.
So those are the kind, the magazine itself is really what you're looking for.
Here's a lot of that's eBay. I was like, here's a lot of 10 for $50. Here's another one. It's local here.
Kyle flexing that New Mutants 98. I told him, I said, hey, send that shit to me and let me CPR it. But he said he's happy with the 94. So.
Here, I'll switch it out.
It's purdy in the plastic. It's purdy in the plastic. So Sam, is there anything else?
That was it. I mean, as far as like market or looking for magazines or items that have particular interest, it's not much different from like the Western Comics Spec, which is you look for the things that are coming up, look for adaptations of the manga or the original work, and then try to hone in on the chapters where they originated. So Bleach is having its 1,000-Year Blood War arc animated coming up later this year. So if you want to find the magazine editions when that showed up, that's what you're looking for. And hit me up in the comments or something, and I'll help you find those. But that's basically the idea. You're trying to correspond the beginning of the manga arc with whatever's getting animated. So
wait, real quick. You said you would help us or help the viewers. Do you charge a retainer for that?
Yeah, you bet I do.
All right.
Here's a Chainsaw Man Shonen Jump. He wants $100 for it.
Kyle, can we see the slabs again in the background?
Wait, you want to see this one?
Yeah, I cut you off and I didn't mean to. I apologize. Oh, dude, will you trade? I mean, is there anything that you want more than that? I'll trade. It's hard to find that book in anything higher than a 9.2, dude. Seriously. Is it White Pages?
From Jesse James, Raw.
Nice, dude. That's your boy, huh?
Yeah.
Right on. Are you hanging out, Sam?
I can stick around for another 8 minutes, but then I got to dip at 7:30.
Okay, good. Thank you, Sam, for...
Yeah, you bet. My pleasure.
Here we go again, man. I just bought a new mic and everything. I just bought a new mic and everything, and what the first thing I do is unplug it. All right. Thank you for another Manga Minute with Triple D Esquire. Kyle is hanging out with us today. I'm hoping to get him on here on the reg, but he is sought after by content creators. So
they're beating down my door.
Hit the chat. Southpaw Brad, what's up, Southpaw? Linda's back. Hey, what's going on? I saw Linda in the live chat for Modern Comic Mayhem, which was cool. I think in Peter Renna's show. Yeah, Kyle, I was watching the show yesterday. I was trying to say hi to you, but I guess you didn't see me. Even better, Kyle. Sweet. I picked up
No, I didn't see
some
it,
new
sorry.
type USA issues. Even the premiere issue, they have manga short stories. That's very cool. Is that good, Sam? I mean, it's good, but I mean, is that like?
Yeah,
is that
for the
the
most
norm,
part,
or?
they're not going to be real big sellers because they're probably just not real high on the list of popular manga. I would say look at what's selling big and then try and move back, but also find stuff that you personally like. Because if you like it, someone else out there also has a taste for it.
Perfect. And that's what I want to do here is get everybody's point of view. There's no wrong way of doing anything. So we're going to go ahead and hit some news real quick. Bear with me. Spoilers. So if you don't want spoilers, bail.
What the
2,
fuck is a
1.
spoiler?
Pop culture news. Here we go. So some info came out recently on let's see, let me look here. Where's it at? Wasn't there
an interview with the guy who made Star Wars?
What was that? I didn't hear you. Say it again, brother.
Did you ever see that before you get started? That discussion that Samuel Jackson had about his color lightsaber?
No.
And
Tell me.
He went to George Lucas and he asked him.
He asked him about it.
About the colors of the lightsaber.
Who and why gets what lightsaber? And he was like, "Can I get purple then?" He's like, "All right."
Yeah,
wow.
He says, "Well,
awesome.
What about a purple lightsaber?" And George Lucas is like, "Yeah, we could probably make that happen."
There's a I forgot what book it is. Is it Star Wars Mace Windu? But there's a 1 in 10 where it has Samuel L. Jackson looking down his right shoulder, and he has his purple lightsaber. Dude, it's such a sick cover. It's like a $5 book. Yeah, I love that purple lightsaber. It's definitely my favorite. Cool. But Star Wars red lightsabers symbolize the Sith's violent view of the Force. In Star Wars, Sith, like Darth Sidious, Darth Vader, and Darth Maul, only use blood red lightsabers. And there's a very dark, malicious reason for that. And spoiler for coming up for Star Wars 25 that dropped Wednesday. While the Jedi are often the main characters in Star Wars, the Sith are oftentimes the most interesting characters. For example, they typically have the deepest backstories, the most nightmarish appearances, and the most domineering abilities. Some Sith in Star Wars Legends continuity could command a Force maelstrom, drain an entire planet of life, or remove their enemies' souls from their bodies. But Star Wars fans often, Star Wars fans often forget that amidst all of those fancy powers, the red lightsaber, though, is the true symbol of the Sith. The Jedi believe that their lightsabers represented a commitment to the Force and protecting innocent lives. To the Sith, however, lightsabers were much more sinister. In Star Wars 25, featured Darth Sidious in a sub-story called, quote, The Lesson, unquote, by Charles Soule. In that sub-story, the arrogant Sith Lord gave a snapshot of how Sith viewed their lightsabers. Here's what he said and how it represents the Sith's violent view of the Force. Let me see. Let me pull it up. Where's it at? Star Wars 25 was a commemorative issue. I don't know. Where the hell is it?
Keep going down.
Here it is. Okay, let me click it. Damn it. Don't do
ever
this to
click
me.
it.
I hate this. God. Okay, let me keep going down. Star Wars 25 commemorative issue. Okay. Okay. Darth Sidious and his new apprentice Darth Vader. Can you guys see that? Engaged in a lightsaber duel on what's that word? Oh, that place, Coruscant. In a quick flurry, Sidious had disarmed, defeated, and humiliated Vader. Disgusted with his apprentice, Sidious scolded him for fighting like a Jedi. Then he proceeded to teach him the ways of the Sith. While Vader had been dueling with his blade, Sidious wanted him to learn to use the Force as his primary weapon. He said, quote, "The saber is merely a symbol, a flame, signifying the great blaze of the dark side, the inferno that consumes all who against it," unquote. While saying that, Sidious hurled metal scraps at Vader to prove his point that the dark side can be a weapon in and of itself. However, Sidious's point went much deeper than that. So basically, he's kicking Darth Vader's ass, and he's basically saying, like, "Get up, you pussy!" But he's saying, "You fight like a Jedi." And he starts using the dark side of the Force to throw shit at him and stuff like that.
Which makes a lot of sense in the Obi-Wan show.
Right. I agree. That and that's what I liked about Obi-Wan is because it kind of opened that. Well, it actually opens that door so we can kind of see it from the dark side's point of view. And I can't wait to see where it goes after that.
That was awesome.
Unlike
that's why Kylo Ren gets the red one too. Then
yes, that makes perfect sense. That makes
he's got the best lightsaber out there.
Oh, definitely. Oh, Sam took off. Later, Sam. If you can hear us.
Bye, Sam.
Okay. So, unlike the Jedi, the Sith did not use the Force. They dominated it. They bent it to their will and made it subservient. The difference was illustrated. It can be seen in the simile from the Star Wars what is that? Plagueis novel, something like that. So basically, Star Wars 25 sounds like a really good story. It sounds like a multiple storytelling from what's his name? The Emperor. Padme's not Padme, Rey's grandfather. What's his name? Dude that dies in Last Jedi, Kyle. Fuck, I can't remember his name. But anyways, yeah, it sounds like we're going to be here. If you read that book, it's going to be coming from his point of view, which is very cool. But anyways, to end it off, the Sith's lightsabers were more than a symbol of their violence in the Force, though. They were manifestations of that violence. In Disney's new canon, red light. What was that? Palpatine. Yeah. Good call. Thank you for that. In Disney's new canon, red lightsabers were not made synthetically. Now, the Sith make their lightsabers by literally making a kyber crystal bleed, as introduced in Darth Vader 5. That is in 2017. That's the run with the Afra. Is that Afra or is that Grand Inquisitor? I don't know. 2017, whatever. Now, I think it's maybe the series after Afra. Well, I don't know. Star Wars nerds, you guys know. They would pour their hate, malice, and will into the crystal until it turned red with its own blood. So once again, like Sidious said, red lightsabers are a symbol of Sith's violence and evil and power-hungry use of the Force.
That right there tells you who the fuck wants to be a Jedi.
Right?
So much more badass to be on the dark side.
Oh yeah, totally. Boy. Kyle, I haven't talked to you in a while. How have you been?
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah.
Why'd you buy tacos and comics?
Yeah, he's irritating. And then I didn't want to get into it. Anyways,
well, not bad. It's been busy, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
When we get done with this, I got two things that I want to talk about before we jump into our next topic.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about it right now. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So first thing, is this a wait or a hold or a sell now?
That's tough. I'd probably flip it now, but it's so nostalgic, the Nintendo or whatever, and then plus a lot of people like the 8 Billion Genies source material to go, to explode. And what do you think about doing it? Grading it or what?
No, I was just thinking about selling it. I just bought it because it was cool, and then the other day I was like, "Holy crap!" You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Is that the Bird City one?
Yeah.
Palpatine. Yeah. What's the second thing? Drink.
Here's my pickup from
Nice, dude. Is that the Bird City? That was the. Didn't they split it with somebody too?
with Hive. So I already
nice. Damn, you lucky. I like the trade better because they did a version and a trade, right?
Yeah.
I like the trade better.
Poor, so I could only get one copy. But I actually forgot that I even ordered it. I was like, what the hell?
All right. So Top Gun just became the 10th highest grossing film of all time domestically and has officially become the 10th. Top Gun Maverick has officially become the 10th highest grossing film of all time domestically. So Top Gun 2 is in the top 10. So we'll see if it moves up from there. It looks like it just beat out The Last Jedi from 2017.
I have not seen this yet.
Yeah, I want to see it too. I haven't seen it either. So there are some news with Marvel Studios. New reports hint at MCU's X-Men project being called the Mutants still. Here's a rather surprising little reveal, but a new report by Deadline may have given away one of the upcoming Marvel projects. In the latest piece exploring what the San Diego Comic-Con, which is going on right now, may have in store for us, they reveal that we can expect a variety of sneak peeks, most notably Black Panther 2, aka Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and She-Hulk Disney Plus series titled Attorney at Law.
Yet they were dropping most of that at like D23.
That's what I didn't think it would be D23. I thought it would just be like I really hope those aren't the Hall H announcements because we already know this shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's just kind of irritating in the sense. They theorize that we might get some updates on films like what's his name, Marasha Ali Blade. And so Blade Part 4 or the reboot of Blade, I guess you could say. Next year's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And remember, there's 2 Guardians of the Galaxies coming up. There's a holiday special and then Volume 3. The big reveal, however, is that they mention the Mutants, quote unquote, which was a title hinted at for the project quite some time ago, back in March of 2021, which was about a year out of the pandemic. Of course, it could also just be speculation that it's heading our way, but the name used as a few questions in regards to what it actually might be, this mutant project. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but it sounds like to me they're not really sure if it's going to be an X-Men project or a New Mutants project. Reading this, there's still no real confirmation on what exactly we can expect from Marvel Studios' take on the iconic mutants, especially with Ms. Marvel revealing that the franchise's latest edition are also a possible member of it, with Bruno at the end of the series talking to Kamala and revealing that part of her genetics have mutations. And like I was saying before, guys, the deviants, their genetics have mutations as well. They're not mutants. They're actually on they're the lowest end of the totem pole. So you know, it just could be speculation, but we'll see. All right, the Marvels will feature musical elements. So word is going around San Diego Comic-Con this morning saying that the Marvels is going to be a musical. Oh my God. I really hope not. But a new report suggests that the Marvels will feature a musical bit in the film involving a mysterious planet and its inhabitants. Carol Danvers is one of the galaxy's mightiest heroes, as you guys know, but a new rumor is making its way across the internet says that the Marvels, aka Captain Marvel 2, the upcoming sequel to Captain Marvel, will feature major musical elements in the film. The information comes from a variety of online outlets, some would call clickbait, until Hollywood Reporter went ahead and confirmed that this is true. Wow.
Right before a fight scene, they just the whole, instead of like an 80s montage, they're gonna do the fight scene would be a musical.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine like Carol Danvers like starts singing like Yellow Brick Road or something? Jeez, man.
Come with me, we shall fight you.
Yeah, right. Eric Kerr said, wouldn't surprise me that Disney does want to call it X-Men because it's not inclusive. True. Good point, Eric. Hope not, though. Agree. And Lord of Brooklyn, hey, what's up, guys? They better not name the film The Mutants. I know. I just think that's so, I don't know. It's not cheesy, but it just seems lazy. And I'm not going to talk politics because on Monocomic Mayhem in the comments, I got hammered by somebody, which I think was an alt because the guy just joined like a month or two ago and he has no followers or anything, but whatever. Hey, what up, Lord of Brooklyn? Brie Larson can sing. Yeah, she's pretty good. I like her. But anyways, back to the show. What do you think, Kyle? Would you, if they let it out and you saw the first teaser trailer or what have you, and you see Captain Marvel, instead of like her lines, she's singing her lines.
There'd be a hard pass for me.
Yeah.
I think I would wait. I would definitely wait for Disney Plus.
Definitely
for it to be on there to check it out, but it wouldn't make me run to anywhere.
You know, I would. This movie was like one of the ones I was like most excited about because I was like, oh, we're gonna see Blue Marvel and fucking, you know, Kamala's gonna be with. I mainly wanted to see Kamala and Danvers in the same. You know what I mean? Now I'm totally just like over it, dude.
Yeah, no.
The Russo brothers offer their thoughts on current MCU Phase 4 critique. Marvel Studios in the fourth phase of the MCU has been under heavy critique. I told you guys it wasn't just me. Not only did its recent releases face a lower cinema score than previous entries, but as they experiment and try out new things, people...
Unmute it.
I apologize, guys. My freaking port. All right, let me do that again real quick. Cinema scores in previous entries, but as they experiment and try out new things, people are feeling a bit aimless in where it's all leading. Well, directing duo, also brothers, Anthony and Joe Russo, who had a hand in shaping some of the biggest entries of the MCU, offered their thoughts on the matter. Anthony Russo highlighted some of the critiques that recent Marvel movies aren't breaking records like previous entries, which stems from the belief that their success metric is reaching at least 1 billion, which is technically still an uncommon action for any other franchise or film. Anthony Russo believes that Marvel simply had such a success that even a slight sophomore slump is being turned into an end of an era, which I can understand, right?
Like I was talking about this before, and we've talked about this on other podcasts. Is Marvel hit a pinnacle, and there's now a comparison. Everybody has a comparison to it now, and I think, and we're so saturated, we're almost jaded to it. And I think that jadedness that we've gotten from so much Marvel has made us really not like it as much as we would have if they would trickle shit out.
Totally agree. I can totally see that. Yeah, I could totally see that. And that's probably, I mean, I think Patrick was the one that brought it up at first, like a week or two ago when Thor 4 was released. And I was like, no, I'm telling you. But then I started thinking about it and I was like, maybe that is it. You know, I'm so used to perfection, at least for me, you know.
You can kind of tell that they're rushing now.
Right? It does feel like that.
Schedules and to put out all this content, you're starting to see it. And another thing too is the first part is everybody knew all these characters. A lot of these characters are being introduced to people, so I don't think they have the draw that the big names have as well.
Totally agree. That's a great point. That is a great point, and I see that. I don't know. I also see non-comic book people, and I'll say it again, I know it's getting old, but non-comic book people are coming to the forefront to direct and produce, co-produce, and write and help write these screenplays, and it's causing problems. We were okay with we all accepted that the MCU had its own continuity. We accepted that. We didn't like it, but we accepted Stormbreaker was forged and given to Thor before Beta Ray. Okay. Because in the movie before, we got to see a sneak peek at Beta Ray on the Grandmaster's champion tower. Okay. And among other things. But I mean, some of the things are so drastic in phase 4. I'll give you an example is rewriting Kamala's origin. If this ends up happening from Inhuman to Mutant, just seems, I don't know. I think I might even use the word disrespectful. I don't mean it like that. It just seems kind of like, I don't want to say lazy, but it just seems like, I don't know. They just don't understand.
And Marvel does this is they change things so they can keep pushing the direction they need to go in. And they've always done that with everything. Is you take chunks and then you twist it because they have an agenda, and so they have to get it there. And if they can't, this phase they've veered in a few directions, and I think if you keep doing it, there's going to be too many splinters.
I know this is going to sound complete reach, total left field, but for the last 3 to 4 years, I've been reading multiple A-list actors and or directors, producers in the business that are known that talk shit on the MCU or basically comic book movies. Okay, I think I read an article. Who was the dude that played Deacon Frost in Blade 1? Stephen Dorff, right? Stephen Dorff. He was talking about Scarlett Johansson and how he did a movie with her. Maybe I think it was like in 2020, 2021. But the Black Widow thing and her lawsuit with the Black Widow movie and all that came up, and he's like, I feel bad for Scarlett. She's a great actor, and look at her on the screen. She's being casted as some kind of like she's in a circus. These comic book movies are a joke, blah, 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 blah. Just completely ripping all these comic book movies. And that wasn't the first time. I started reading other production directors or actors talking shit on comic book movies, especially the MCU. So I started thinking, okay, maybe this is what's happening in phase 4. These directors, screenwriters, producers, actors, whatever, the Hollywood is they're getting so much pressure from their peers to because they're in a comic book movie that they're trying to put their own shit in there.
Mm-hmm.
And so they can create their own art. And what it's doing is they're forgetting that all the fanboys and girls that they hooked over the last, whatever it is, 10 some odd years, they care. And it hurts us, but they figure, hey, we already got them because they're going to watch it no matter what, because they're comic book nerds. We need to find the average Joe. And then what that does is it allows them to put their own art into a comic book movie continuity, and B, they could go ahead and look for the weekend warrior, non-comic book person. And what it did was it looked rushed. It's cheesy. It's just not as good as it's been for the last.
On that point, this is something I've noticed over a number of years now is, with these Marvel movies and with everybody in there, is there really the weekend warrior now? Because there's not a time I go to a restaurant or a bar or somewhere where someone in the background is talking about Marvel. Everybody is vested now into Marvel movies. It's like an Apple iPhone. It's the thing everybody has to do because it's the new water cooler talk. It's not even new water cooler talk, but it's the water cooler talk. It's what everybody's doing. So like I was standing in front of a restaurant waiting for a to-go order, and I listen to these people, you would never think that they were comic book people, but they were breaking down everything. Doctor Strange, Obi-Wan, like everything that was going on, that was their entire conversation was breaking all that down with the 6 people that were there.
Right.
And it's everywhere you go now. So it does. I don't know. Is there weekend warriors anymore?
Right. Good point. My neighbor is actually. I'm glad you brought this up. He just came downstairs with his e-bike. He's like, "I'm going to the bank. Hey, what's up with that Phase 4?" Guy's never read a comic in his life, So,
like, I got a couple buddies at work. They're like, "Hey, they're not comic people, but they're, you know what I mean? They know now, and they're invested and they're interested and they're talking about it. Now, what they ask me is they try to ask me for gaps.
You mean,
like
space
why?
fillers. Yeah.
That's why, and I'd be like, read this or read that, or I'll just give a quick synopsis of, it's this, or I just go, I don't know. I don't fucking care about that.
That's cool. Yeah, good point. Good conversation. Let's talk about this real quick, since we are on the conversation of origins changing in the MCU. Miss Marvel creator reveals the spoilers, guys. Disney Plus reveal was their original plan in the comics. Okay, so basically the creators saying they were going to make her a mutant in the comics, but let's see what they had to say. In the latest episode of Miss Marvel has arrived with a bombshell of a revelation. Towards the end of the episode, Kamala Khan's friend Bruno uses the wording, quote, mutation, not mutant, mutation, quote unquote, with the theme song of X-Men animation or X-Men, what X-Men 97 is going to use, or the same one that was in 1992. That you guys remember that. As it turns out, it seems that was the initial idea when they were creating Miss Marvel, as revealed by one of her co-creators, Sana Amanat. Here, quote, here's a really important thing that people do not know. When we were thinking about the character of Kamala Khan back in the day in 2012, 2013, before she appeared, when Willow G. Wilson, comic book writer, was involved, that was the whole intention, to be able to do that. In the series, they were able to get back to the initial idea, quote, is she a mutant? Question mark. The bigger story really is the origin of Kamala, and everyone has been trying to pin down what she is. We wanted that liberty to make her a mutant. We leaned into that. It's like, we're not going to give you that answer, because when you're telling a story about identity, everyone is so obsessed with labeling people and putting them in a box. I think that's the journey of this entire season. She's been looking for that box, even though she doesn't need it, unquote. It's not surprising that they considered it making her a mutant in the comics, especially with how the Terrigen bomb concept was introduced for a new race, the new humans, which technically were a new generation of Inhumans. That's Kamala's, and for any non-comic people watching, that's Kamala's origin in the comics. New Humans, which is a kind of like a demi-inhuman or a sub-inhuman. She goes on to highlight what their main focus always was when it came to her character in Disney Plus service, which she helped produce, and that was Sana, which I just read. But the fact they managed to pull off their initial plans in the series is a nice touch from 2012 to 2013. So basically, they wanted to have the option in the comics to make Kamala a mutant, and it came to in the Disney Plus series, and that's what she's saying right now, which seems a little hindsight 2020. What do you think?
I don't even know. Yeah, I mean, they pretty much nailed it. There's not a lot to go on with that.
I mean, if she's saying in 2012, 2013, I mean, she first appeared what, 2014, right?
Mhm.
So a year or two as she was being created and designed or what have you, that they were planning on making her a mutant or having that option to go that route. Okay, it's all good. But the thing is that none of this has come out until a lot of people have criticized the all of a sudden switch or flip in after the reveal of episode 6.
When in the Marvel, this is what I was trying to think of. When in the Marvel were they trying? Because remember they were making that push to get rid of mutants in the Marvel comics.
Mm-hmm.
When was that? That was around that time, right?
2000. Well, a little earlier, right? 2012, I think. That was when New X-Men was running, I believe.
Mm-hmm. So I kind of understand why they didn't go mutant, because that wasn't,
yeah. And Inhumans were being ordered then, remember? I mean, they were the series was pretty popular for a minute.
I mean, a lot of people being pissed off that they were doing that.
Didn't Donny Cates even go on to write Inhumans? I thought he did.
What?
Didn't Donny Cates go on to write Inhumans too?
I didn't think so.
Oh. Eric Hurd says, if Marvel used the comics as storyboards and hit the main points of a story arc and turned it up a bit, you'll have a hit movie. They're trying to rewrite too much. Totally agree, Eric. 100. Sticks Boys 73, thank you for joining us. Oh, great. Kyle's on here. Views are going to drop tonight. Sorry, Dollar.
Charles Soule wrote Inhumans #1 in 2014.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like 2017 Cates jumped on Inhumans. I could be thinking of Guardians, whatever. Okay, Righteous Flipper saying always a great show, interesting, insightful perspective. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. What's up, Planet Arizona? I'm glad you came. Code Red is saying this being one of the best shows of Disney Plus. I know, I love it. I have no critique of the show. Love it, absolutely love it.
You know, the one thing I did really liked about it is because we remember the first episode was really like cartoonish looking, and remember they had all, and then they kind of moved away from it, and once they really got the story going, it really wasn't bad. Like, I wasn't clamoring to get back to watch each episode, but when I finally got around to watching it, I was like, finally I get to watch this. So it was better than a lot of Marvel shows, I'll tell you that. It's up there.
It's the best one, I think. Lego announcements were released this week at San Diego Comic-Con, or at least press releases. These are the Avatar sets. There's 3 new sets. There's the second one. Pretty cool. I like the first one a lot.
I like the one that's got the helicopter, because I think the helicopter's badass.
Is that this one?
Nope. There's one more.
It must be 4 of them then.
Yeah, there is. There's one more, and it's like, it's got that, the helicopter with the round things, and the blades are inside. There's 2 of them, and they move. They got one of those.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3's Comic-Con announcements just got teased this morning, say about 11 a.m. Pacific. Everyone loves when Marvel Studios holds its big presentations in Hall H, here, which should be tomorrow. Or wait, that's Saturday. Saturday, right? Saturday, Hall H? Okay. Hearing new announcements about what might be coming to the MCU is exciting for many, including this panel as well and our listeners. It's basically like Christmas. I remember 2019, we had no idea what was happening. And when they announced Black Widow and they showed the dude that played Red Guardian, I was so pumped for Avengers. That book, what was that? Where he's on the cover, Avengers 43. When they announced Jane Foster Thor, and what if 10 or whatever, the Thorius female Thor, and then the Art Germ, and then the God of Thunder books went crazy. I mean, that was a really good day. I mean, I get butterflies just thinking about it, right? And I can't wait. If it's this Saturday, I can't wait. And remember, D23 is like a month or 2 after, but it's been a while since we've had anything like that. Remember, San Diego Comic-Con was canceled in 2020 and 2021. They just had the online crap, and I didn't really feel that. But San Diego Comic-Con has commenced, and Marvel Studios will be holding a huge Hall H presentation But will it be the biggest project ever to be showcased compared to previous? Well, one notable contender could be Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Fans have been waiting for what was felt like a lifetime for the highly anticipated sequel. Actually, that wouldn't be a sequel. That would be the third leg or whatever. The entire team will be returning with the original director, James Gunn, who I love, leading the charge. Rumor has it that the crew will be going up against Cu1ture YTC High Evolutionary. And I apologize if I butchered the creator's name, but yes, High Evolutionary, heavily spec'd on, creator of Counter-Earth. Yes, I believe that rumor. They'll also have to contend with newly created Adam Warlock, who will be played by Will Poulter. Funny dude. He was in that movie or that series Dope Sick on Hulu. Really good. In a new interview, Poulter discussed his time on the project while also teasing a potential San Diego Comic-Con appearance, something the film's director also backed up. In an interview with This Morning, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 actor Will Poulter, just speaking of, talked about his time in the role of Adam Warlock when Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was filming. Teasing an appearance at San Diego Comic-Con 2022, Poulter noted that before signing on, he was a huge Marvel comic and movie fan, especially when it came to the Guardians themselves. Quote, he said, quote, I was a fan, and actually not just saying this, I was a huge fan of Marvel and Guardians specifically within the Marvel cinematic universe and the Marvel comics world. Just always really admired that cast for volume 1 and 2, and am so grateful to have a chance to work with them. End quote. The actor noted how the series has he quoted, has its tongue like firmly planted in its cheek, end quote, and that the casts are all really funny. Yeah, I think Guardians has its tongue like firmly planted in its cheek, and that was a really fun thing to experience as well, especially me as a comic book fan. James Gunn, the director, is a really funny guy. The casts are all also really funny. So comedy is a big element of this movie. When it came to the set environment, Poulter shared how it actually genuinely had the spirit of a kind indie comedy. He ended with, you know what? From the outside looking in, very, very scary. And I was quite intimidated, but everyone was so nice. And the set actually genuinely had the spirit of a kind of indie comedy or something like that, which was really nice and just made it all feel very grounded. And everyone is genuinely really lovely. With San Diego Comic-Con having started this week, many fans are wondering if he will make a Volume 3 appearance along with the rest of the panel at Marvel Studios Hall H panel. While not admitting it verbatim, Poulter did let it slip that he would be, quote, heading out to Comic-Con pretty soon, end quote.
Sweet.
Yeah. I like him. You know who I'm talking about?
Do you think it's imperative for you? Do you think it's imperative that these actors should read source material?
Yes. And I think it sucks if they don't.
Because, you know, like that interview where Thor was like, I read like 2 pages and I was like, forget this.
Did you? I was just talking about that. I was on YouTube, and it was about maybe 3 or 4 days before Thor 4 released, and I found that interview, and I was all pumped for it. I was all fanboyed out. I'm like, yeah, Taika Waititi and Hemsworth are going to talk about, you know, their comic book collection, and then next thing you know, the way he answered. When the hosts asked him about, you know, are you into collectibles? Have you been reading the source material? Whatever. He's like, so and so gave me a stack of Thor comic books. I would imagine Thor and Avengers, and I think I read one, or I opened one page and I looked at the pictures or something like that, and I was like, oh my god. Then 4 or 5 days later, Thor 4 releases, and all this stuff's coming out, and I'm just like.
Because, you know, that was cool about like when The Walking Dead was in the height of The Walking Dead. That's the first thing that every cast member said. They gave them the comics, and they read it, and that's what made me pissed about fucking numbnuts that plays Negan. He's like, I loved Negan. I read up on him, and I was like, well, you didn't even really portray him the way he was in the comics then.
Yeah.
But yeah, they should totally do that though.
Let's hit the chat real quick. We're almost done. I'm gonna do go ahead and finish these two, and then me and Kyle are going to speak on, we're going to do the market report, and then we're going to speak on a book that dropped on Wednesday. So Lord of Brooklyn says, if Black Adam is a hit, DC is poised to take over. Yeah, man. No wonder James Gunn is jumping on the DC train. Lord of Brooklyn also says they wanted to replace the X-Men with the Inhumans. I remember that. DC has a slim chance, but they will mess it up. Sticks Boys 73 says, wasn't that push to end mutants a troll wasn't that push to end mutants a troll to kill Fox X-Men franchise? I think I heard something like that. Nothing was confirmed, I don't think. Let's see here. Code Red says Peacemaker being better than a lot of Marvel shows, as the Boys was good. This was such a good season. And
I think what makes the Boys and Peacemaker so good is they don't have to make everybody happy.
Right.
They don't have to make, it's not meant for everybody to see. It's meant for everybody's watching it, but it's not meant for, your 7-year-old child, like, the Avengers is, or,
right.
Or these Disney shows. And I think that's what makes stuff like The Boys and Peacemaker so good, is nudity makes everything better. I mean, it's just, but having more adultish stuff go on and stuff like that, I think it appeals more. And I think that's what makes it so much better, is because it's not appealing to the masses.
Right. Right. I totally agree. And nudity does make everything better. I mean, made my life better when I was
cursing and nudity make life so good.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's talk about this character. Sensitive subject for a few in our circle, with the first appearance of Bast, aka Bastet, the Panther god. So let's go ahead and talk about this, because there's a misconception that the first appearance of Bast came in an official Marvel handbook. Those aren't first appearances, guys. Those are like previews or solicits or character spotlight profiles. Those aren't comic stories. But recent interview today at 3 p.m. Pacific time with Charles Murphy. He was talking with the director, I believe, of Black Panther 2, and they're all he's basically saying they were the cast of Black Panther 2 was very pumped to see the arrival of Thor 4, Love and Thunder, as it would expand the understanding of godhood in the MCU. Because remember, Bast is a god also, it's the Panther god. And while our visit in the omnipotent city was relevantly brief in Thor 4, it did feature a host of interesting characters scattered throughout a sequence. Now, the most significant addition was that we could briefly see what looks to be Bastet, aka Bast, in the foreground, while she, which it's technically not a he or she, but they refer to Bast as she, the Panther god.
Everybody's got to be in a box.
Right. While she sadly didn't receive any lines, a new batch of behind-the-scenes photos shared by Lusa Vanilla offers the best look yet at her design from the film, which highlights from the Egyptian background. Which I just give you an example. It's just basically a different form of Bast. So people that are speculating on this character, and the first appearance of Bast technically is in Fantastic Four 52 with Black Panther, T'Challa Black Panther, but she's just a totem. Okay, so that's kind of like Beta Ray Bill's Easter egg in the MCU. Okay, that just planted the seed. Now, in issue 4, she's also, I think she's a statue or what have you. But this one's interesting to me on the right. Conan the Barbarian 262. This is her on the cover. Or him, her. Pray to the Panther God. Nobody talks about it. Also in the guts. She shows up as this form in, I believe, this one. No, I'm sorry. This one. Black Panther 167 and then Black Panther 13. But multiple comic book speculation platforms, cover price, key collector, what have you, are stating that X Factor, what is this? 221 is the first appearance of Bast. But I don't know.
I mean, what are they basing that on?
Well,
dates.
Right. It can't be dates because, I mean, this X Factor is like a 2000 book. And this Conan the Barbarian is from 1992.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four 52 and Black Panther 4. I mean, she's not really a character with dialogue or what have you, but in 262, Conan the Barbarian 262, she is, and she's on the cover. So
she's inside of it and on the cover.
Right. I don't know. I don't remember any dialogue. I don't think there's any dialogue, but she definitely appears there. But this is the best.
When did dialogue become a?
You know how it is. Like Brian says, cheesy speculators. So yeah, but it's the point I'm trying to say is that if you are speculating on Bast, feel free to join which book you think is the book in the sense, because it's the messiest first appearance I've probably ever seen.
I mean, all those books are probably on the affordable side anyway.
Yeah, except the 52. Yeah, totally.
Well, yeah,
totally.
I'm talking about the other ones.
Yeah. San Diego Comic-Con, this is about an hour ago. Jim Lee once again confirms there are no future plans to expand the Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Thank fucking God.
All right. Let's get to
no more Justice League movies. No more Zack Snyder Justice League movies.
Black Adam may set up multiple Justice Society of America spinoffs. Black Adam's upcoming film is going to do more than just change the power dynamic within the DC Extended Universe, also known as DCEU. Not only will The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, introduce us to the anti-villain counterpart of Shazam, known as Black Adam, but also the Justice Society of America. If you guys remember, Alex Ross did those covers. What was it, like 25, 26, 27? Really, really collectible books. Tough, too, especially the one that has him by himself. It says Black Adam. It's all black. Tough and high grade. Now, it was uncertain if they may have had future plans in store for these characters, and luckily The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, wasted no time teasing what the future has in store. In an interview with Den of Geek, the YouTube station and website channel and website, the Black Adam actor has revealed that their plan was always to honor the mythology of the characters from the comics while building up their stories, which may potentially expand into altered media such as movies, TVs, or streaming series, or anything else they might find, including video games and hardcover novels. Quote,
so they're taking on them.
So at least he's saying, hey, he's basically saying we're going to respect the source material, right?
Then why is DC killing him?
What was that?
Then why is DC killing him?
I don't know, man. But according to this,
him in the comics.
Oh, no shit. Oh, you're talking about with Malik Adam, White Adam, when he passes. Yeah. We'll get to that in a second. You're talking about when in the recent Black Adam issue, Black Adam 2, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that he dies. I just thought he passed the powers. But I mean, that would make sense. But I mean, based on what I just read right there, it sounds like The Rock is saying, hey, we're going to respect our source material and we want to build from there. And that's what the MCU seemed like they were doing in phase 1 through 3, but have lost that train of thought or idea. And he's basically, The Rock is saying with the DCEU that and Black Adam and Shazam, he's saying the whole goal was that our film was going to set off a larger universe where we were able to introduce the Justice Society of America, JSA. He said JSA. That's awesome. You know, he reads comics. And then also build from there. If audiences respond to these characters, great, which we believe they will. And now we see that they do. We want to honor their mythologies in the comics, aka source materials, and build out their stories on their own terms of spin-offs, movies, TV shows, and things like that. That's always important. It's just not too uncommon for projects nowadays to set up spin-offs, and it's interesting that they've already had it in mind when tackling the JSA, especially coming from Dwayne Johnson. That's very cool. Very cool. Very excited.
I don't mind them taking I don't mind them putting little spins on stuff. But keep like the true meat and potatoes of the comics. And then you could add stuff on top of it, but keep the meat and potatoes of it.
Totally agree.
You'll be all right. Like, I get it. Like, they have to, and I'm going to say it again, they have to appeal to the masses and to truly tell a story that we read over so many comics put it in a 2.5 hour movie. I get that they gotta change stuff, but just
right.
Because it's the meat and potatoes. It's
exactly. And we don't really, I mean, at least like me and you, I know for sure, we don't expect them to be exactly comic accurate like Star Wars is, because some things are just, they're too hard and just are too expensive to bring that to live action. But I don't have a problem with that either. Stick with the meat and potatoes of the source material, as Kyle would say, and then build from there. I'm totally cool with that. Switching things up out of nowhere, it's just, I don't know. Sticksboy73 says source material is good for an actor if they know they are going to use the material in the project, but really not necessary if it's just a movie loosely based on the comics like much of the MCU.
I think it's more if you don't need to read it for the movie, but you need to read it for the feel of the character.
Right.
Okay, this is the way it's kind of going. Okay, this is where he is. Okay, so now I'm going to take this, and now I have this type of. I know he's this type of character. I can add it to this movie.
Yeah, totally. And DCEU or MCU, if you're watching, Kyle's phone number, if you want it, I will email you after the show.
Oh, I'll fucking set you all straight.
I like Kyle today. We never really see the serious, talkative side of Kyle. He's usually so quiet. I love it. Love it. Okay, so those JSA covers are just incredible. Yeah, I totally agree. It was a good feeling to finish that collection. Nice, dude. They kill all our superheroes. Lord of Brooklyn says Black Adam 2 takes place before Dark Crisis. Gotcha.
Okay.
AOA, I don't want page for page comic movies. I know, I understand that, but that's what Star Wars is. And we're not saying that, AOA. We're not saying that, you need to be 100% or even 80 or even 60% comic accurate. We're just saying that, your source material, your origins, stick to that and build from there. That's it. And then whatever way you want to go.
I'll refer back to Walking Dead. For the first for a while, they did that really well. They didn't follow it verbatim, but they took nice chunks out that appealed to what was going on.
Right.
And then once they got to a point, they were just like, we're not doing that anymore. And once they did that, you know what happened?
What?
The ratings started to fall.
Right.
Once they started going off in this weird direction, the show started to tank.
So what's the Rotten Tomatoes on Thor 4 now? Like 70%? Captain Marvel was 79%. Doctor Strange is what, 80%?
Let's see.
Doctor Strange 2, I mean.
Thor is at 67%.
That's a D. That's not even a D plus.
Yeah. So,
And how many people hate Captain Marvel? What's Captain Marvel? 79%? I mean, would you agree like Captain Marvel is that one movie where everybody refers to as like the least best, right?
that's got a 79.
Wow. Wow. All right, guys. Verified market report brought to you by your boy Dollar and Kyle. Star Wars. This is the issue that just dropped, and this is issue 25. We were talking about that a little earlier, but let's go ahead and take a look at what the 1 in 25 McNiven is doing. Let's see if it dropped or if it's selling for ratio or above ratio. So it looks like you got above ratio plus 1160 shipping. You got one below. You got ratio. So yeah, it's hovering around ratio. Good. That's awesome. That's awesome.
It's a cool cover too. So it hovered around ratio is actually, like, for me, a good thing, because that makes it in my world I can actually probably get it.
Right. I like it too because did you take a look at the characters that are on the cover? I love when they do that, when there's a bunch of characters on the cover.
And I try to put any, like, I'm not the hugest Star Wars fan on the planet, but Kylo Ren is like my favorite.
And there he is right there.
And so I try to get anything that's got him in it.
Totally agree. I love his lightsaber too. So
yeah.
So this one on the right is the one I spoke on the Monday show that I did on Tuesday. This is the 1 in 50. This one is selling for about, I'd say, ratio. I'm looking at the numbers right now, and $44.99 to $50. There was a couple sales in the 30s, but it's all around $50. So, and I like it a lot as well.
It's a cool cover.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to talk about this one here. This is Black Adam number 2. This is the 1 in 50 retailer incentive. It's a foil. It's your first appearance of Malik as White Adam, and then it's his first cover appearance as well as White Adam. So basically, he not takes, but he is given Black Adam's powers. This book right now should be on Ben's list tomorrow. Or is it tomorrow? Yeah, it's already tomorrow. Damn, dude, that's fast. But I'm expecting it to be in the top 3. We'll see. I have no idea what Ben's lists are until the day of. So until he drops it, he keeps that close to the vest. But just to give you an idea what it's selling for here, you got these are the most recent sales, selling for double ratio, a little bit under double ratio. So it was a good investment from the beginning, as we said. And I also want to bring up the fact that even the trade here, let me go ahead and bring that back, is the trade, the open to order trade, is actually even seeing a little bump as well, dude. $7.59, $8.99, $11.99, $14.99. Let's see here. What else? Yeah, so it's a card stock trade. Not the Virgin.
He's asking about he said, what's 1 in 25 look like?
Oh, it's ugly. It's ugly. It doesn't have them on there. I think it has just like another version of Black Adam on it.
Okay.
It's not the best. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I was surprised to see that the trade is getting a bump too, and that's not open. It's not open order. It's card stock. It's $1 more, but yeah, very interesting. Let's talk about this one here, and we spoke on it on Hump Day Heroes. This is Flash 784. It's your first appearance of Night Flash in full, and I believe he's on cover A. I think that's him on the right, but I could be wrong.
I haven't read it yet.
I saw the guts, and it looks like he's wearing a darker Flash suit. But yeah, let's check out and see if it's doing anything. You haven't read it yet, Kyle? I briefly glanced through it on Tuesday. It's all right. Yeah, you got one that sold for $850. There's a cover price sale. There's almost double cover. Just selling around just above cover price, but multiple retailers I visit, online retailers, are out of cover A. They are completely out of cover A. So, yeah, interesting. Now, without further ado, we are going to talk on this one. Go ahead, Kyle.
Can I share my screen? Do you care if I show the book off?
Yeah, of course. Where you at? Here, there you go.
Here,
Is it not working? There it is. There you are.
Coming
There
up.
you go.
Yeah. So here, I'll start. That's page 7, but this is that. I mean, so I haven't read anything before this because I'm not the hugest Marvel guy. So, like, if anybody's reading this, let me know if it's worth going back to read the other ones, because this one was actually a pretty good issue. But if you want to see if he's here, so there, he's in the whole book,
Right.
but like, dude, right there, I was just like,
That's dope.
I was just like, right there.
Dude, they better make the second print with that cover. I'll snap that thing up.
So, and then he fights, dude. Festo sends in the Hells Angels.
The Vagos, the Mongols.
And this is where they're like, the samurai realizes that, Cap and them are pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. Does he talk?
Yeah, talks in the whole thing.
Okay, cool.
So I'll show you. He always has it's almost like I am here to help you, Avengers. It's kind of almost like along the lines of like words of wisdom.
Yeah, you're right, Santos. I believe he's partially on the cover of 57, and I read 57. I did not see him in the guts, but that's what I was saying. First full, but yeah, thank you, Santos.
But I like. So I want to go back and read this because I want to know what's the they're not cool with each other.
Right.
And I need to go back and read when he tried to murder her. You know what I mean? Because whenever she comes to Phoenix, he tries to murder her. I like this. Like, then Mephisto sends in a Viking.
Right. Hey, my question is this to you real quick, Kyle, is so Jason Aaron's been writing this and they've been doing these mashup characters. Do you see longevity with this character?
No. But it's kind of cool. I mean, Ronan, it's cool. He walks on water. Jesus Christ, he's badass.
Oh.
So he's pretty much like, don't worry about this. And he just goes, bah! So it's, I don't want to spoil too much. Like, I'm not going to go through it and read it verbatim, but like, it's, if you're reading it, like, I hope leading up to this is badass, because there's some stuff I didn't understand. And it's because I didn't read it before. But it's totally worth reading. Like,
Cool.
Ghost Ronin is kind of where it's at.
Yeah, AOA. Ghost Ronin is a dope name.
I don't see it. I don't see him like as a mainstay character, like commanding his own comic, but I think he's going to be great in storylines.
Right.
Because he's just fucking shit up. And I think that's what's so awesome about it. So, like, there's some great panels in here until you get to the way Marvel draws some stuff, but whatever.
Yeah, I know.
And this is the end of it, so that's.
Oh shit!
He's in the whole thing.
Yeah. First appearance, first full cover, meaning that the cover you can see him in full.
The Genesis point. So that's what they seek.
What's that? The Genesis point. What is that?
I don't know. It's just the last thing that he says. He says, "The sword knows what you seek." The Genesis point.
And did
Because
they?
they're talking about they're talking about traveling through time. So they're trying to find Mephisto, and they're going to these different points in time, trying to find him. And they're no matter if he's there or not, there's something that goes on that they have to fight.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you, Kyle. And just to see if the book is moving on the secondary market, you guys, you got $2. Okay, you got a bunch of low sales here. So it's basically selling for
second print. That's going to be
like
if they come out with a badass cover to a second print, that's what's going to be.
Right. Yeah, good point. I agree. I hope it's that one panel you showed us.
Dude, it's so cool.
Yeah. Grim 1 per store. Grim 3 1 per store. Frizen is going bonkers.
I don't really care for that.
It's selling for a good amount. I'm expecting to see it on a list.
Kind of cool hairband theme.
And then here you go, Souza Micah.
Love it.
This is supposedly her last. I don't know if it's her last variant or last cover or last 1 in 25, but it's supposed to be the last cover she's doing on Catwoman. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but let's go ahead and check out some sales, some recent sales. I
think that's a badass cover.
Oh yeah, I got 3 coming, baby.
Fuck, lucky.
Yep, I got them for. Well, I pre-ordered 2 of them, so I had to pay the $59.99. But the other one I swooped it on my LCS for $20. That's pretty exciting.
Nice.
But anyways, I'll show it in pickups in a second. But yeah. So here you go. 95 plus shipping, 129.99 plus shipping or best offer. So we'll figure around 100, 110. So it's selling for, look at this, 114.99 sale. Wow, plus shipping. Look at this. Somebody scored it for $26.99. I wonder if that was canceled.
Got it for a steal.
Right?
That was 2 days ago too.
$50 right here. Wow. Not bad. And remember right here, you see the all white background. That's what we saw at the beginning on the week of FOC. I like the background they added.
What, it's got the picture frame and stuff.
Yeah,
and
I like that.
And the jewels are filled in.
Yep. Yeah. You got any pickups, buddy?
This was my only pickup this week.
Go ahead and show it.
With the one I talked about earlier.
Who's the okay? What's the issue number and who's the artist and where'd you get it?
I got it from Hive. I don't even fucking know who drew it. I don't even remember buying it. I must have been drinking during MCM. I don't even know why. I'm sure I had a reason for buying it, but
was it one of those drunk purchases?
I guarantee it was, because I wouldn't have bought it otherwise.
Ooh, 616.
Or Brian or somebody got me excited.
I think I was on the show that night too, because that was when I saw it. Yeah. Very cool. And when did it get released, Kyle?
I think it was. I don't know. I got it in the mail today.
Okay.
I don't know when it actually was released.
Did you get 2 of them? One virgin, one trade, or just one?
No, I'm poor. I only got one this year.
Yeah. Welcome to the club, buddy. Oh man. Anything else?
Yeah, my Phantom books. That was it.
So,
you know what? Just because this was my first time on the show.
Yeah. First of many.
I'll give away this book
Really?
However you want to give it away.
Shit, dude. Let's do this. Thank you, Kyle. You don't have to do that.
Well, you know, like I told the story, most of you guys have heard it, but when I went on vacation, I walked into Comics Elite, and the manager's like, I know you. And he's like, I watch you on YouTube. So he gave me some of these to give out. So make sure you check out Comics Elite and check out their live shows on Facebook. They give away some pretty cool stuff. So he gave me a few of these to give away. So I don't know how you want to give it away, but let's give it away. So I don't know how you want to do a giveaway. AOA. Whenever books come out, I always seem to be poor AOA.
Oh my god, dude! Do not if you are planning on doing content, don't buy a MacBook Pro. It's the worst computer ever. Okay, so this is what I wanted to add. So I went to Walmart and I found these. Okay, these were, I think they're like $15 or something like that. So I opened the first one, and these are the 2 packs I got in there. I got 2018 and 2019 Donruss football. Okay, so I opened the 2018 off camera first, and what am I looking for? I'm looking for a Josh Allen rookie, right? Because I don't have one. It pulled it.
Nice.
Pulled the Josh Allen rookie.
That's awesome,
dude. So yeah, very cool. Very excited about that. I have a comic book unboxing. Kyle, if you want to hang out,
yeah,
we're gonna give away that book, and then I was gonna break some cards. So
you're muted. Fucking Apple. Crapple.
yeah, this is super annoying. Sorry, guys. I got to figure something out with this MacBook because the ports I have in the MacBook Pro, they're just so like loose. And if I barely even move, it's the whole thing, the mic comes out. So, all right, here we go, guys. Here we go. All right, here is the first box right here. If I remember what this is, I found that I got a good deal on this, and I didn't have the money, so I paid payments on it.
Payments.
And shout out to my dad. My dad is. I can't hear you, brother. Sorry, it must be me.
I was just feeling dead air.
Say that again, Kyle. Sorry.
Said I was just feeling dead air.
Oh.
Here we go.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah, shout out to my dad. He has really helped me continue with comics and stuff when times were tough. And yeah, it's been a good dude lately.
Shit, my wife is like, sell.
Got this one for $12. It's
Nice.
it's like a 5.5. It's nothing big. And this was $400, and I offered the guy $300 below market, and the guy accepted and allowed me to pay payments. So shout out.
That's cool. We let you do that.
Yeah, it's not the best grade, but I've always wanted this book.
Oh yeah, 9.2 still not bad.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. You know, you got to start somewhere.
But Clay and I were comic hunting one time, and we came across the entire Swamp Thing run, and it's like the most beautiful copies you'd ever seen. So that's a good
way.
score.
I'm looking at it right now. I see CPR written all over it. Oh yeah, this thing's gonna be a 9.6. No problem, guys. If you don't know what this is Swamp Thing 37. This is your first full appearance of John Constantine.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
one of my favorite characters. Keanu Reeves is also one of my favorite actors.
And if you check out the TAC show, we're doing a tier list of action movie stars, and Keanu Reeves squeaked in on the wild card.
Oh, he did?
Advance to the next round. So
Is that the show you do with Marco and Peter?
yeah, that's what we were doing yesterday. Yeah, we do a tier list of right now. We've been doing it for like the last month. It's action stars. I think right now it's Arnie, Stallone, Kurt Russell, and I know like Brooklyn and AOA. They know the other one. There's one more, and then Bruce Willis and Keanu have the wild card right now. And then next week we do it.
Let me ask you a question. People that are interested in seeing your guys' show and your game, where can they find it and what day is it on? What time?
Wednesday nights, Renovision. Just type in Renovision. It's the tack show. Totally awesome. Cool. Denzel Washington. Thank you. Thank you, BK. Yes. Oh, yeah, because he killed it last night. We didn't expect him to score so high, and he fucking killed it.
Yeah, Peter Renna is a great dude.
And, huge shout-outs for letting me come on and act a fool on there. So
I thought you were good. You're fine. You're fine. This right here, there's a mystery box website. I've had a subscription for about 2 years, and then I had to stop it during the pandemic. So I started it up again about 3 months ago. It's one of those GP mystery boxes, grand prize, where you try to get something. But this is the one they sent me. It got here yesterday. Let's see. It's just once a month. It's not like a buy. But
what is it again? Where do you get it?
Here is the here's the site. Here's the company. I've been since 2019. I've been subscribing, but then when the pandemic came and money was tight, I had to unsubscribe. But things are a little bit better, so I subbed up again about 3-4 months ago. And once a month, they send you like 6-7 books, and they send you an extra one if you're a subscriber. You have a chance to be a grand prize winner. They had, I think this week, they might have had like a Batman Adventures 12, the first Harley Quinn. Yeah. So, but it's tough. And who,
like this one?
yeah. Never met anybody that's won it. So they give you some swag, kind of like how Hive does. They hook you up. All right, so they gave me an Iron Cat. This is my first time looking at this. Iron Cat 1. This is the Scotty Young. Very cool. Cool World 4. What the hell? And they Mylar everything up, so it makes everything look like, you know what I mean? Condor the Caged. Black Condor Caged. X Factor 103. So basically, your this might be the worst one I've ever got. Classic X-Men 21.
I wasn't going to say it.
It's okay. You can make fun. This is X-Men Hellfire Gala #1. Adam Hughes did a really dope cover for this, and it flew under the radar. I think it was a 1 in 50. I got a couple of those. Avengers X-Men Eternals Eve of Judgment #1. Ashley Witter variant. This is a Carlos Gomez promo variant subscriber bonus book. Okay, so this was the extra book they gave me for being a subscriber. Carlos Gomez is one of my favorites too. This is the reboot for Daredevil 1, and this is the Ramita Senior and Junior variant.
Is that one that just came out?
Yes.
That's a good read. If you haven't read it, I haven't read it.
Okay, good.
Totally worth reading. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I can't wait for issue 2.
What's this?
That's the 1 in 25 Batman 125 Chip Zdarsky.
Cool. Simone DeMeo acetate.
I think it's the acetate cover.
And here is the last one. Department of Truth.
Nice.
#19. So, I mean, for $30 shipped, can't beat it. Right? I've gotten some good books too, guys. They sent me a Werewolf by Night 1, the new series with Jake Gomez, cover A, one time, and then they also sent me the Amazing Spider-Man. I forgot what number it is, all black cover, the 9/11 issue, direct.
Really?
Yeah, that was like my bonus subscriber book.
I just got mine signed by Hannah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I haven't So I've got Ramita, JR, and Hannah on it now.
You like Ramita?
No,
Yeah, me neither.
he's a nice guy. Like, it's really cool talking to him. If you've ever talked, he's one of the few artists I didn't piss off when I talked to him.
No way.
If
Who do you
listen
piss
to
off?
Funny Show, I tell all these stories about all these comic book people and stuff that I just pissed off. Just it always something happens and it just doesn't end up well. But when I talked to JR, like it was just a fun little conversation that he was like one of those people that he's thoroughly enjoyed to get to meet you and talk to you for a minute and sign your book. Like, so
Very cool. One more unboxing, and then we could do the giveaway, take some questions, and then we're out. The teeth thing was for AOA. He hates when I do the teeth thing. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. What is this? All right. The Hood, number 2. These were $2. The Hood number 2 has multiple first appearances in it. I did like a little segment on the Hood. Huh. That's it. Okay. I thought I had more. I forgot. Did you see these? The page DC page punchers.
I want one of those. You get those at Target, right? Where do you get those at?
I got them at Target. Yeah, they had the Black Adam winter cover too. Get it away.
Like that's one of my favorite Flash storylines. So,
well, this has like the first Thomas Wayne appearance, right, from the modern era, and there's like 3 or 4 more. But my question is this book came out what, 2016, 15, something like that, or 2011? Is this
it's what led into the New 52?
Right? Is it considered a second print? Because I broke one of them, and I broke one of the Black Adam winter, whatever the Boss Logic covers, and it looked like the same exact book to me.
But it doesn't have the barcode on it, right?
No.
So I guess you could call it a second print or reprint, I think is what you would call it. Like, the Batman number 1 New 52, the Walmart ones, they switched the barcode, they flipped it, they flipped it this way.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So I mean, the one that comes with toys, I guess you call it. They're usually reprints, like the first Punisher. Those are reprints.
Well, because I hope it. What I'm asking is, I hope it is kind of like a second reprint, kind of like that Spider-Man 2099 figure. You know how like the second, because if this is just the regular book, it's kind of like, eh. But anyways, yeah, I saw them. They're like $8 or $9. I grabbed a couple. So.
Anyway, says he thinks it's a 4th print.
Okay, we'll see. Let's do the giveaway. We're going to go ahead and give away. Kyle has a giveaway, and I'm going to give away one of these.
Oh, God, I hope I win.
So we're going to spin the wheel twice. To be in the giveaway, you have to say something in the live chat, guys. All right, let me get you a randomizer.
Which, you want to do my book first?
Yeah, we'll do yours first. All right. All right, here we go. Let me share my screen. So Kyle's giving away an interesting book, and I believe it's autographed or signed, correct?
So this is a local artist to Indianapolis, and this is like his first cover art he's ever done. And I'm spacing on his name, but he's done 2 covers for Comics Elite.
Mm-hmm.
And so, that's just badass art. So I can't wait to see him, explode. So
That's what she said. That's disgusting. All right, Fetz Rancor, thank you for showing up. Let's see who else we got in the bullpen here. We got Cosmic One.
now you like me, Righteous Flipper. That took a while.
Let's see, Lord of Brooklyn. Let's see who else we missing here. We got 7 in there. Kyle
Cosmic
64791. Is that you?
Yeah, that I was trying
Dude,
to
I'll
enter
just-
that point.
I'll just send you one. I got 3 of them, so I have an extra one for now. So, but you can't be in the giveaway. Let's see, AOA, Lenine, Kyle, Fetch Rancor, Code Red. Is that the only show you're doing over there, Kyle? Are you doing anything else?
No, I've just been doing that just because they've needed people to help with the tier lists and stuff. I'm not even like permanent. They're just letting me, goof off and hang out through all these, this whole tier list of dwindling it down to a Action Star winner.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was on MCM the other night. You were a little quiet, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I saw you on what's his name, Peter's show, and I was like, oh, hell yeah. So it's good to see more Kyle because we definitely don't have enough. I'm really enjoying myself. Thank you for hanging out.
Fun night, man. I'm having a great time.
Well, dude, I mean, I had that rough night, and you hit me up, and that meant a lot to me. So I consider you a good friend, and I appreciate you. Hopefully, we could do this again. I got 12 in the randomizer. Who am I missing? Planet AZ.
I think you got everybody.
There's 2 more, I think. Sticks Boys.
You got Planet Arizona. Yep.
Yeah.
You got Eric Hurd.
Yep.
You got Don in there. Yep.
Yes. Santos. Yes, he's in there. It's my buddy. He's the one that owns Sniff Comics.
Mm-hmm.
Who am I missing? All right. So that's it. All right.
Are you just talking who's commenting through the whole show, or
Yeah, just anybody who's busting out a comment right now.
we are okay? Who's
I
doing
think
it
we're
right
good. I think we're good. All right. Good luck to everybody. This is for Kyle's a book. Good luck.
So Planet AZ, hit me up at Kyle6479 on Instagram. Shoot me your address and I'll ship it out to you. If you're really in Arizona and you're close to me, I can just hand it to you. Either way.
Very cool. Thank you, Kyle. That's awesome. And we're going to do one more. That's for the Flashpoint DC page punchers. Good luck to you guys. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop. Cosmic One. Congratulations. You got one of these, and I'm gonna throw in a comic for you too. All right. Anything else?
Planet, you won this one. Planet AZ, you won this one.
That's awesome. Kyle, where can people find you on social media besides YouTube?
You can find me on Kyle6479 on Instagram, Thresholds of Reality on Instagram. You can hit us up on the show. You can find me on Facebook. I really like talking to people that hang out in the shows. I've got some of the coolest friends on the planet because of doing these shows. So I think it's fucking awesome. So if you could find me, hit me up.
You guys know where to find me. Instagram _DO1LAR _. Once in a while I show up at Whatnot, same spelling. And then on Twitter, $Ben all one word. And if you need books pressed, I ain't taking any submissions right now because I'm packed. So
let
stay
me know when you
tuned.
got an opening. I got 2 books to send you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you know. I'm going to go ahead and sign off, talk to Kyle for a little bit, and I'm going to sign back on, and I'm going to break this. We're going to do a box break in about 10 minutes of this. This is 2021 Prism Football. This is the sealed retail packs with the checkerboard, super short print parallels, green ice parallels, and some silvers.
I got these. I need you to press for me.
And more mystery boxes. Oh, yeah, dude. I've pressed that Iron Man probably 10, maybe 15 times. So, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Aaron said he sent me a link. Okay, I'll send him a link in a second. Aaron, but without further ado, toodaloo.
Thank you.